In life, we all have dreams, things we really want to accomplish, and goals we're eager to reach. But making those dreams come true isn't always a walk in the park. It takes hard work, commitment, and a clear sense of purpose. When our dreams are strong and our purpose is clear, we're willing to put in the necessary effort and make sacrifices to bring those dreams to life. When you're passionate about something, you're ready to do whatever it takes to make it happen. You're willing to work long hours, push through obstacles, and give up certain comforts. Why? Because just the thought of achieving that dream fills you with excitement and keeps you motivated. Having a clear purpose is also a key factor in driving us toward our goals. When we understand why we're chasing a particular dream or goal, it gives us a sense of direction and purpose. It keeps us focused and motivated even when things get tough. But there's something important to keep in mind. Reaching our dreams often comes with a cost. It requires us to step out of our comfort zones, face our fears, and tackle the challenges that come our way. It might mean giving up some of our free time, putting in extra effort, or making tough decisions. The journey to achieving our dreams isn't always easy, but when we're clear about what we want and why we want it, we find the strength to push forward no matter what stands in our way. When our dreams are powerful and our purpose is clear, we're willing to pay the price to achieve them. We understand that the journey might be tough, but the reward of seeing our dreams come true is worth every bit of effort. With that in mind, we can start by making a detailed plan for the next 10 years, focusing on what we want to achieve. Let our dreams drive us forward and let our goals keep us on track. We'll wake up early, stay up late if needed, and do whatever it takes to keep learning and growing. By doing this, we're not only helping ourselves reach our goals, but also setting a positive example for others to follow. We can share what we've learned with our children, teach it in classes, or talk about it wherever we go. I remember when I was younger, my father taught me a valuable lesson: to be financially independent and to owe nothing to anyone. That lesson stayed with me. So when I inherited the estate with all the land, the house, the cars, and everything else, guess how much debt came with it? Zero. Not a single penny. Everything was completely free and clear. It's an amazing feeling to own everything outright without anyone else having a claim on it. That sense of freedom and security is priceless. Let's talk about what it means to reach the top when it comes to wealth. Have you ever wondered if Bill Gates is still the richest person in the world? Maybe you're not aiming to be in the top 10 or 20 richest people, but you're working hard on a new invention or business idea, and that's awesome. Who knows where your efforts might lead you in the future? Take Mark Hughes as an example. He didn't start out with much, but he had a big heart, especially for kids dealing with drug problems. In the beginning, he could only donate a small amount, around $800. But as time went on and his success grew, he was able to give a whopping $8 million to help those kids. It's amazing how life can change when you keep pushing forward. And then there's Andrew Carnegie, who was a giant in the world of wealth. He once said, "I'm going to spend the first half of my life making money, and I'm going to spend the last half of my life giving it all away." That was a pretty bold plan. In his early years, Carnegie built up a fortune of $400 million, which was a huge amount of money back then. But instead of holding on to it, he decided to give every penny away in the latter part of his life. That's real generosity and a testament to how much he believed in using his wealth to make a difference. Now, take a moment to think about 5 things you've done that make you proud. It's really important to recognize what you've accomplished in the past, especially when you're working with children. Kids often need a little guidance, whether it's in sports, school, or other activities. Have you ever won a prize or come in first place in something? That's the kind of achievement we're talking about. Part of what we're doing here is offering helpful advice to navigate through these kinds of activities. Let's take a moment to celebrate all the things we've accomplished so far. Give yourself credit for those achievements, no matter how big or small. Now let's move on to the next activity, which might take a little more time. Here's the question for you. What do you want to have in your life over the next 10 years? I want you to write down a list of 50 things you'd like to achieve or experience. Imagine if everything went perfectly and you could have anything you wanted in the next decade. What would you put on that list? Don't worry about what you think is possible or realistic. Just focus on what would truly make you happy over the next 10 years. Take your time and really think about it, then write down your thoughts. All right, here's what I want you to do next. Take your list and write down each item. But don't put them side by side, write them one below the other. Try to make your list as long as possible. Write quickly And if you can, use short forms or abbreviations to add more items to your list. If there's something personal you don't want others to understand, write it in a way that only you would get. Let your imagination run free. Don't just think about what you believe you can achieve. Think about what you truly want if everything turned out perfectly. It could be anything, big or small. Just keep adding to your list. Think about the places you want to visit. I've been fortunate to travel to many countries, but there are still so many I haven't seen. Last year, I finally got to visit Cyprus, which was really exciting. Are there any countries you haven't been to yet that you'd like to explore in the next 10 years? And what about cities? There's one city I've always wanted to visit. Venice. Even though I've traveled all over the world and have been to many places in Italy, Venice has always been out of reach for me. It's kind of surprising considering I've been around for 40 years. But hey, there's still time to add it to my list. What about you? Are there any cities you've been dreaming of visiting? Let's take a moment to think about the adventures you want to experience over the next 10 years. Maybe you're thinking about doing something bold, like skydiving or bungee jumping. Or perhaps you've always dreamed of being in the spotlight, whether that's starring in a movie, playing in a band, or even competing in the Olympics and winning a gold medal. Some people might want to start a new family, learn to play a musical instrument, or take up a new sport they've never tried before. What about you? What new skills or hobbies would you like to pick up in the next decade? Think about what you want for your children. There's so much to consider, like their education, the places you'd like to show them, and the experiences you want them to have. When I was in high school, I missed a total of 21 weeks during my junior and senior years combined, yet I still managed to graduate third in my class. My parents believed that traveling was just as important as traditional education, so they took me along on their trips. They wanted me to see new places, meet different people, and try new things. Their decision to prioritize life experiences over perfect school attendance taught me valuable lessons that have stuck with me throughout my life. Now think about a new skill you might want to learn in the next 10 years. For me, learning new skills when I was 25 completely changed the course of my life. I started by learning about sales, and within my first year, my income multiplied by 5 times. Then I learned how to find and recruit talented people, which boosted my income even more. I also picked up skills in organization and promotion, and I discovered how to motivate others by rewarding them for small steps of progress. As I mastered these new abilities, my income skyrocketed. Maybe you're thinking about giving seminars or writing books in the next 10 years. Both are fantastic goals, and learning new skills can help you achieve them. Whether it's a new hobby, a professional skill, or something else entirely, taking the time to learn can open up new opportunities and transform your life, just like it did for me. Let's take some time to think about the changes you want to make in the next year, as well as the bigger picture for the next 10 years. A decade is a pretty long time, right? Over the next 10 years, you might want to reflect on the changes you'd like to see in your life. Maybe there are some habits you'd like to break, or perhaps there are new, healthier habits you'd like to develop. It's all about taking small steps now that can lead to significant improvements in the future. So what changes are you thinking about for both the short term and the long term? Also, consider the people you'd like to meet in the next 10 years. Who would you like to connect with, whether for personal growth, professional networking, or just to enrich your life? Go ahead and add them to your list. And let's not forget about your goals for helping others, what I like to call your benevolence goals. Maybe you have some projects in mind that you'd like to support or causes you feel passionate about. This isn't just about what you think you can do. It's about what you truly want to do. So take some time to think about and list the projects or causes you'd love to be a part of over the next decade. By considering these things, personal changes, new connections, and benevolence goals, you're setting yourself up for a fulfilling and purposeful journey over the next 10 years. Now let's switch gears and focus on your health goals. Having a strong support system for your physical well-being is crucial as you plan for the next 10 years. How healthy do you want to be? Consider what steps you can take to get rid of certain health issues, strengthen any weak areas, and prepare yourself to thrive in the 21st century. It's all about setting realistic goals to improve your health and overall well-being. What actions are you willing to take to reach these goals? One of my longtime dreams was to have a place to stay for each season of the year. And guess what? I finally made that dream a reality. It's such an incredible feeling to spend winter in one location, then move on to enjoy summer in another, followed by autumn, and then spring in yet another place. I've got a spot for every season. And it's amazing to be able to check that off my list of accomplishments. Now think about what would truly make you happy over the next 10 years. Maybe it's reaching significant milestones in your career or business, or perhaps it's achieving some big productivity goals. Whatever it is, start writing down everything that comes to mind. The next decade is a chance to pursue what you really want. So take the time to reflect on what will bring you the most joy and satisfaction. I remember when I made my first list of goals, I included a bit of revenge. There were people who didn't believe in me, and I was eager to prove them wrong. They made it onto that list right alongside my big dreams and bold ambitions. It wasn't just about success. It was also about showing those doubters what I was capable of. What about you? What dreams and goals are you eager to chase in the next 10 years? Is there something that would give you incredible satisfaction, something that would make you feel truly accomplished? I think about what would make you really happy. Maybe you've always wanted to become a wine connoisseur, learning to appreciate and understand fine wines. Or perhaps you're considering starting a new hobby, like collecting something unique or special that brings you joy. And what about the idea of getting a new car and diving into the world of racing? Imagine the thrill of becoming a race driver, speeding around the track with the wind rushing by and the adrenaline pumping. These are just a few possibilities to consider. So what other dreams and aspirations do you have for the future? Whether it's something daring like racing or something more personal like a new hobby, now's the time to think big and start planning for what you truly want to achieve. What excites you the most in life? Let's focus on that passion and work on bringing out the best in you by recognizing what you've already accomplished. You might be surprised at how much you can achieve if you dedicate time and effort to pursuing your goals. Think of it like flipping a light switch. Once you start acknowledging your successes, you'll realize just how capable you are. Keep putting in the hard work, and you'll see your achievements grow even more. Picture yourself with a cozy cabin in the mountains, complete with an upstairs area. You'd have a maid, a cook, and even a chauffeur to handle everything for you. Now, consider your investments, the properties you own, and the skills you want to pass down to your children. It's like creating a legacy for future generations, ensuring they have the resources and knowledge to thrive. What other plans do you have for securing your future and sharing valuable lessons with your loved ones? I taught my daughters how to swim and dive, and it was an incredible feeling when they would call out, "Watch me, Daddy, watch me. You taught me how to do this, look how good I am." There's a wonderful saying that fits this perfectly. All life wishes to reward its benefactor. If you take really good care of flowers, they will bloom extra beautifully for you. If you teach your children, they'll want to impress you and show off what they've learned. It's like life's way of saying thank you to those who nurture and help it grow. When my daughters showed me what they had learned, it felt like their way of expressing gratitude for the time and care I had invested in teaching them. Now, think about what classes you might like to teach or what new skills you'd like to learn. Consider how you can give back to society and your community. Maybe you have a particular passion like teaching financial literacy or offering guidance to new parents. The possibilities are endless. And keep in mind, your list of ideas doesn't have to be final. You can always add more later as you continue to explore your interests. And think about how you can make a positive impact. Keep pushing forward and see where your passions can take you. I want you to understand that this list is just the start. When you get back home, you're likely to come up with even more ideas, maybe 50 more, or even 100 that you didn't think of while you were here. This list has the potential to keep growing and expanding over time. Here's something else to keep in mind. If you have more time than we do right now, you can take as long as you need to make your list as long as possible. There's no need to rush, so feel free to take your time and brainstorm as many ideas as you can. The more ideas you come up with, the better. Keep adding to it whenever something new comes to mind. One of the main reasons for setting goals is because of who you become in the process of achieving them. When I was 25, my teacher, Mr. Schoaf, gave me some advice that changed my life. He said, "Jim, why don't you set a goal to become a millionaire?" Then he added, "Here's why. It's not just about the money, but about who you'll become in the process of reaching that goal." That advice made a huge impact on me. Mr. Schoaf explained that once I became a millionaire, the money itself wasn't the most important part. He even said that I could give it all away if I wanted to. And as it turned out, I did lose all my money by the time I was 31. But by the age of 33, I had earned it all back. What truly mattered wasn't the money, but the person I had become while working to achieve it. The skills I gained, the knowledge I acquired, and the values I developed were far more valuable than any amount of money. When we set goals, it's easy to get caught up in focusing on the end result. We dream about the satisfaction of achieving our goals, imagining the moment when our hard work pays off. But what we often overlook is the journey, the process of working towards those goals and the person we grow into along the way. The true reward isn't just in reaching the goal, but in the personal growth and development that happens as you strive to achieve it. Achieving a goal isn't just about crossing the finish line. It's about the transformation that happens along the way. Every challenge you face, every setback you encounter, and every success you achieve helps to shape you into the person you are meant to be. Consider this. When you set out to achieve a goal, you are often required to step out of your comfort zone. You're pushed to overcome obstacles, to stretch yourself beyond what you thought possible, and to grow in unexpected ways. It's during these moments of struggle and triumph that you truly discover your inner strengths and capabilities. The real value doesn't come from what you gain when you achieve your goal, but from who you become in the process. The important thing is to set goals that encourage you to grow and develop into a better version of yourself. When you choose goals that challenge you, they help you evolve, not just in terms of what you achieve, but in terms of the person you become along the way. In life, it's easy to think that success is all about what we have, the things we own, the achievements we've reached, or the status we've gained. But true value doesn't come from what we possess. It comes from who we become throughout our journey. The key to finding real fulfillment is in our personal growth and development. It's not just about hitting a particular milestone or acquiring certain possessions. It's about working toward becoming the best version of ourselves. Setting goals is an essential part of this journey towards self-improvement. When we set goals that challenge us, inspire us, and push us beyond our comfort zones, we start a path of growth and transformation. These goals encourage us to learn more, do more, and become more than we ever thought possible. It's important not to set your goals too low, because when you do, you don't have to challenge yourself, learn new things, or step out of your comfort zone. And while you're pursuing your goals, remember not to compromise your values or principles. Don't aim for goals that might force you to go against what you believe in. True success comes from growing in a way that aligns with your values, and that's where you'll find lasting fulfillment. Instead, seek a healthy balance and middle ground where your goals motivate you to become better, to grow, and to change in positive ways. These are the types of goals that will genuinely help you become the best version of yourself. So, aim high, but always stay true to who you are and what you believe in as you work toward achieving your goals. We often find ourselves asking why we should put in so much effort, why work so hard, take classes, spend years in school, take notes, read books, and endure the struggles that come with discipline. It's a fair question, isn't it? Why go through all of that? But maybe the better question to ask is, why not? Why not challenge yourself to see just how much you can accomplish? Why not explore how many books you can read, how many classes you can take, and how many new skills you can develop? Why not aim to become valuable not only in the marketplace, but also to your friends, family, and community? The effort you put in isn't just about the tasks themselves. It's about discovering your true potential and making a lasting impact on the world around you. Why not explore the kind of person you can become, how far you can push yourself, how much you can learn, earn, and share with others? This is the opportunity we have, especially here in America, to see what we can create with the incredible chances and freedoms we've been given. Why not you? Why not take the steps to build your self-esteem, set meaningful goals, and work toward financial independence? If I can do it, there's no reason why you can't do it too. So why not embrace the challenge and see just how far you can go? Imagine hearing about someone who started with nothing and built a thriving business, or a mother who once relied on welfare but now owns her own successful company. Stories like these would inspire you, just as I hope mine does. These real-life examples show that it's possible to overcome obstacles, achieve great things, and become the person you're meant to be. Why not make your own story one of those inspiring tales? And you know what? If all these people shared their stories with you, they'd probably wrap them up just like I do by asking, why not you? If we can learn, adapt, figure things out, and turn our lives around, then so can you. There's nothing you can't accomplish, and that's the message you'd hear in every one of these success stories. So let me say it to you personally, why not you? You've got the intelligence, the energy, the determination, and your whole life ahead of you. You have everything it takes to make your dreams come true. If any one of us can achieve our goals, then there's no reason why all of us can't do the same. Now, let me ask you one final question. Why not start now? As we stand at the brink of a new century, with the 20th century coming to a close and century 21 on the horizon, there's no better time to set your goals, focus on improving yourself, and develop the skills you need to succeed. This is the perfect opportunity to get things in order, to concentrate on personal growth, and to create a solid plan for your finances, your life, and your future. Why wait any longer when you can begin today? So why not take action right now? This is the moment to make a move. Don't wait for the perfect time or the ideal opportunity. Just start now. Think about the person you could become if you pursue your goals with determination and perseverance. Picture yourself achieving your dreams and making a real difference in the world. It's all within your reach, but it begins with taking that first step. I hope that one day our paths will cross, whether it's at a school, a seminar, or even at your workplace. I would love to hear about how my message has influenced you and how you've taken charge of your life. Until then, keep in mind that the journey to success is full of challenges and obstacles. But with courage and determination, you can overcome anything that stands in your way. Believe in yourself and your abilities and never stop striving for greatness. I wish you all the best on your journey. May everything I've achieved be just the start of what you'll accomplish in your own life. The possibilities are endless when you take that first step toward your dreams, and I believe you have what it takes to achieve amazing things.